correlation is not causation. But listen to this.
We can make massive savings, £45 billion of savings in efficiencies. And AI is a golden opportunity, and that's an opportunity we're determined to seize. So we're going to get the best of the best on AI working across government.
Now listen to this.
We just learned after Keir Starmer went to see Donald Trump in the States the other week, he went along to see a company founded by one of Donald Trump's funders, a company called Palantir. Its founder is a man called Peter Thiel, who has links to eugenicists.
Now, Palantir embedded itself in the NHS during the COVID crisis by accepting to do work for £1. According to The Guardian, this grew, especially after Rishi Sunak became Prime Minister, in which they reached £60 million worth in contracts with the NHS. In 2023, they won potentially the biggest contract that the NHS offered, a 7-year contract worth £330 million. Amnesty International raised concerns at the time at the abuse of human rights that was facilitated by Palantir. They provided the software to ICE detention centers. The private charities raised the alarm that UK citizens might not have an opt-out for sharing their data with Palantir. The Good Law Project found something really disturbing. NHS England signed a contract with Palantir before the contract was fully written. That's right. They signed an incomplete contract that they continued to negotiate after they signed it. Does that seem normal to you? So when Peter Mandelson, the ambassador of the UK to Washington, was also the head of a lobbying firm that worked to embed Palantir into the UK system, takes the UK Prime Minister to meet the head of Palantir, as reported by the Good Law Project in the video that I just quoted, then the UK Prime Minister states that they are going to get the best people to embed AI into the civil service in the UK, knowing that the UK at this moment doesn't have the capability to do so, and that Palantir is already embedded in the system, you should be asking yourself some questions. On a completely different and unrelated topic, did you know that Palantir has been cooperating with the IOF on the development of their AI systems? And did you know that the IOF developed a system called Lavender, through which they wiped out entire family lines of Palestinians because they loosened the definition of their error margin? This is what Peter Thiel had to say about this.
Look, I'm not, without going into all the I'm not on top of all the details of what's going on in Israel because my bias is to defer to Israel. It's not for us to second guess everything, and I believe that broadly the IDF gets to decide what it wants to do, and that they're broadly in the right